Hello and welcome to Philo Thoughts. Today we're stepping into the spiritually charged world of Bleach to explore the mind of its protagonist, Ichigo Kurosaki. On the surface, the series is defined by epic clashes and explosive abilities, but the true struggle at its core is a profound internal one. The greatest battlefield in Bleach isn't the Soul Society or Hueco Mundo, it's the very soul of its hero. Ichigo's journey isn't a simple hero's tale, it's a philosophical exploration of the war within. This is a deep dive into a conflict that rages beneath the surface, a struggle to reconcile a divided soul, to find purpose in a power you never asked for, and to understand that the greatest battles are not fought with swords, but in the quiet chambers of the human heart. We'll ask what defines us when our very identity is a contradiction, and whether true strength comes from invincibility or from the courage to face the warring parts of ourselves. The philosophy of the divided self. Ichigo Kurosaki is not just a character, he is a living paradox of identity. Part human, part Shinigami, part hollow, and part Quincy, his existence is a constant battleground of warring factions. His journey forces us to ask a profound philosophical question. Can a single soul contain multiple conflicting identities and still find a way to be whole? This internal war is a powerful metaphor for the modern human experience. In a world of fluid identities, professional, cultural, personal, we often feel like we are multiple people at once. Ichigo's struggle to reconcile his hollow side, a monstrous and dark entity, is the ultimate representation of this conflict. He must learn to integrate, not reject this part of himself. He proves that true strength isn't found in suppressing the darker parts of our nature, but in accepting them and learning to master them. His journey is a testament to the idea that wholeness is found not in a single, pure identity, but in the courage to unite all the disparate parts of who you are. This internal reconciliation is the key to his power. The philosophical answer to his divided self lies in his fights against the physical manifestations of his power, like the dual forms of Zangetsu and his inner hollow. He learns that he cannot defeat his enemies with raw power alone. He can only achieve his true potential by making peace with his inner demons. This stands in contrast to his enemies like Yuach, who believe in a singular, ultimate power. Ichigo's power is not a monistic, pure force. It is a synthesis, a harmony born from chaos. His greatest weapon is not a sword, but his ability to unite the warring parts of his soul, proving that the deepest and most profound strength is found in our ability to be whole.
The true measure of strength, what you fight for. The greatest lesson of Ichigo's journey is that the true measure of a person's strength is not the power of their attacks, but the strength of their convictions. For Ichigo, his overwhelming power is merely a tool. The true source of his strength is his unwavering will and his deep, personal refusal to let anyone he cares about get hurt. We see this in every major battle. His power doesn't grow out of a desire to win, but out of a desperate need to protect. His fight with Byakuya isn't a clash of ideologies, it's a battle for a friend. His final stand against Okiura isn't for revenge, it's to save Orihime. He is the living embodiment of the idea that when you have something to protect, you can transcend your own limits. His strength is a reflection of his heart, not his ego, and his victories are won not by overwhelming his enemies, but by a sheer, stubborn refusal to let them harm his friends. This is what fundamentally separates him from his most powerful enemies. Aizen sought to transcend all others through sheer power, believing a being of immense strength had a right to rule. But Ichigo's final, ultimate form, the final Getsuga Tensho, is not a form of transcendence, but an act of pure sacrifice. He gives up all his power, not to become a god, but to ensure his friend's safety. His power isn't a result of loneliness or ambition, it's a reflection of his love and connection to others. In the end, what you fight for defines you far more than how strong you are. The philosophy of transcendent vulnerability. The most profound layer of Ichigo's philosophy lies not in his strength, but in his vulnerability. In a world where power is often defined by invincibility and a lack of emotional ties, Ichigo's willingness to be completely open and dependent on his friends is his greatest asset. He's a hero who can't navigate, cook, or even act without thinking. He is fundamentally reliant on his crew for his very survival. This dependency isn't a weakness, it's a testament to a higher form of freedom. His journey teaches us that the ultimate power isn't the ability to do everything on your own, but the courage to be vulnerable and to trust others with your life and your dreams. By sharing his journey, he creates bonds that are far stronger than any physical power. This is the freedom of vulnerability, the ability to admit you can't do it alone and to find strength not within yourself, but in the community you build around you. It's a powerful rejection of the lone wolf hero narrative and a celebration of the idea that true greatness is a shared pursuit. We see this most clearly in his moments of weakness. When he collapses from exhaustion or breaks down in grief, it's not his physical power that saves him, but his unbreakable loyalty of his friends. These moments prove that his courage isn't just in his fists, it's in his heart, a heart that is open enough to let others in. This is also what sets him apart from his most powerful enemies, like Ulquiorra. While Ulquiorra believes the heart is an illusion and that power is the only reality, Ichigo's journey proves the opposite. His power is a direct manifestation of his emotions. His anger, his fear, and his despair become the fuel for his strength. This is transcendent vulnerability. The ability to use pain and loss as catalysts for growth, transforming suffering into strength. Ichigo shows us that pain shouldn't be avoided but embraced, because that's where true power resides. His journey proved that invulnerability is in fact a weakness, and that the deepest power is forged in the crucible of experience.
The living bridge, a synthesis of self. Through this philosophical journey, Ichigo's internal war gives rise to his most unique and crucial role, that of a living bridge. By making peace with the warring factions within his own soul, human, Shinigami, Hollow, and Quincy, he becomes a synthesis of worlds. This allows him to understand and connect with beings from every realm, transcending the rigid boundaries that define so many others. He isn't just a hero who saves people, he's a bridge that brings conflicting worlds together. He understands the emotional pain of a Hollow, the duty of a Shinigami, and the despair of a human because he has lived as all of them. His empathy is not an abstract concept, it's a direct result of his personal experience. This is what allows him to save both his friends and his enemies. He sees the humanity in a Hollow, the vulnerability in a Quincy, and the brokenness in a Soul Reaper who has lost their way. His unique position allows him to mediate conflicts and find solutions that no one else can see. His final form is not about becoming one thing, but about becoming a harmonious whole. Ichigo's story is a powerful testament to the idea that by winning the war within, you gain the unique ability to build bridges to others, proving that our greatest strength isn't found in a singular identity, but in the peaceful reconciliation of all the parts that make us who we are. His existence is proof that the ultimate power isn't in what you are, but in your ability to bridge the gap between all the parts of yourself and the world. The philosophy of the ultimate sacrifice. In the end, all of Ichigo's previous philosophical struggles, his identity, his purpose, and his strength, culminate in a single profound truth, the philosophy of ultimate sacrifice. Unlike his most powerful enemies, who are motivated by a desire to gain more power, more control, or more knowledge, Ichigo's greatest strength is his willingness to give everything away. His journey teaches us that true heroism is not about what you gain, but what you are willing to lose. We see this most clearly in his confrontation with Aizen. When he uses the final Getsugo Tensho, he is not seeking a new power, he is willingly giving up all of his power to deliver a single decisive strike that will save everyone. This is not an act of desperation, but a conscious, deliberate choice that embodies his entire life's philosophy. It is a selfless act that transcends the desire for personal power or even survival. This is a consistent theme from the very beginning, when he risks his life to save Rukia even when the odds are stacked against him. Ichigo proves that the ultimate expression of strength is found in a willingness to sacrifice everything for a cause greater than yourself.
The final form, the ultimate synthesis. Ultimately, Ichigo's philosophical journey culminates in his final form, which isn't about gaining more power, but about achieving a state of perfect synthesis. His final battle isn't a simple clash of strength, it's a profound statement on his identity. He no longer fights his inner hollow or questions his Quincy heritage. He has integrated every part of his being into a single harmonious whole. He is not a Shinigami and a hollow. He is a being that has transcended those labels fables, a living testament to what can be achieved when all the conflicting parts of the self are brought into a peaceful unity. This is the ultimate expression of his philosophy. It's proof that true power is not about adding layers of strength, but about finding a state of unity. The war within has ended, not with a victory of one side over the other, but with a peaceful reconciliation of all. In his final moments, Ichigo is a living testament to the idea that our greatest potential is unlocked not when we become invincible, but when we finally become whole. He is a hero not because he is the strongest, but because he is the most complete.